There's a couple of things that are a little bit different about this. This is the first time in our history where we've seen actually retail lead and institutional follow, but
it's very different. And I've been out in Silicon Valley for about 20 years. The thing that's very different about what's happening now versus the dot-com bubble is the dot-com bubble, it was the institutional investors who were in, and then retail came on top and priced things up. The exact opposite has happened here. You have retail and kind of speculative interest already in the market, and now you have institutional money starting to come in.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. What just happened in the last 24 hours is absolutely insane. Over $10 billion worth of longs are gone. Completely liquidated, vanished like it never existed, along with $35,000 of mine. 10 billion. This wasn't some random sell-off. This wasn't because of one tweet from Trump saying that he's going to put 100% tariffs starting November 1st on China. This was intentional. This was engineered, and that's what makes it scary. Because when you see $10 billion worth of positions wiped out in a coordinated fashion across every major exchange, you start to realize how controlled this system really is. And once these individuals come and completely take over crypto, your average individual will wish they accumulated these digital assets, because the prices for some of these digital assets like XRP, Chainlink, SUI, and Axelar are going to be so high, they're going to be buying bits and pieces of these digital assets. And everybody just got an opportunity, but it was very hard to actually catch the dip, to buy Axelar below 10 cents, to buy SUI below $1.50, to buy Chainlink below $11, to buy XRP below $1.30. And then it bounced right back up. And we went over my trades yesterday and how I got liquidated over $35,000. And I was able to catch one long with 52x when it was dipping at $1.83 entry. And in my opinion, if we were to see another major crash like this again, I don't even know what is going to cause that. At this point, they've used up every trick up their sleeve. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But all the over leveraged or the trades that were open for a very long time, they got them. They got them. But the thing is, they got nothing else to get now. So the next couple of weeks, we're going to be headed into a storm. And that's not from what I think. That's from what Franklin Templeton is telling you, Sandy Call, talking about how these digital assets and this whole crypto ecosystem is about to explode. And it is going to explode. I don't want you guys to have one doubt.
We firmly believe that blockchain and these protocols are going to be the future utilities for the entire world. These L1s and L2s that are out today, they are becoming, to us, the utility ledgers for the entire world. And so we are moving our whole thinking towards this infrastructure.
Remember, if you're holding onto your digital assets and you're not trading, you got nothing to worry about. You should be happy that you could get into these prices, right? But if you're trading, which I will get into in a moment, this is just another blessing, is the way I look at it. When you're getting into a game of trading, there's winners and losers. And even myself, I lose from time to time. But you got to realize that $10 billion were liquidated. Individuals lost portfolios that were over millions of dollars. And if you're trading, you should not be trading with your long-term holding bags, right? $1,000 goes a long way when you're trading if you do your risk management correctly and, don't play with your emotions. But here's the craziest part. Every time something happens, every time the market gets nuked, the reversal that follows is massive. And remember, this was bigger than COVID crash. This was bigger than Luna. This was bigger than FTX. This was crypto's biggest historic sell-off ever. I want you guys to understand the importance of what we just lived through yesterday. Okay? I just cannot believe it all happened. Here's a little, I was gonna make a video yesterday as it was happening. I was trying to go live, but I couldn't. So take a listen to this when it was happening.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. As you guys just heard, I just got liquidated on spot right now. I'm trying to catch 15% portfolio, high leverage right now on these trades. This is absolutely insane what is happening. It is a slaughterhouse right now. This is incredible. I can't even believe this. This is, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know if my XRP trade is open. Everything's glitching. I can't even get on to the platforms right now. This is truly, truly remarkable. Wow. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
And when this reversal comes and when this goes mainstream, when crypto goes mainstream, folks, people are going to be rushing to buy these digital assets as they start mooning. It's going to happen real fast. People are going to start rushing to exchanges. They're going to start signing up. They're going to try to send over money to their exchanges. But the thing is, it's going to be too late. You saw how fast the market crashed? Guess what? That should be a little bit of a hint on how fast the market is going to go the other way. And that's a fact. It's not going to go slowly. Just how fast it came down, it's going to go twice as fast higher. Like that is reality, folks. It is going to be crazy what we're about to witness here. And I've seen this before. Back in 2018, Binance registrations were backed up and people were literally selling verified accounts for over $1,000. That's how bad it got. And history is repeating itself. Only now, the stakes are a lot higher. So if you're still holding, I want you to hear me. Okay, you got nothing to worry about. This was a manipulated dump. And if you try to sit there and say it wasn't manipulated, I don't think anyone's going to say that. Everybody knows what just happened. This is all manipulated. It's not about Trump's tweet. Forget Trump's tweet. It had a little bit of a factor into it. It's not about retail panic selling. Who sold? Who sold? Tell me, did you guys sell yesterday? Did you sell a couple billion? Did you sell a couple million at least? Right? This was a deep, calculated reset. And it's exactly what they do before they send this market higher. So if you're sitting on your hands right now and feeling frustrated, breathe. If you're holding, you're doing what 99% couldn't do. Okay? You've gone through the worst part. You didn't panic, you didn't sell, you held your ground. And to all my traders, don't be discouraged. This wasn't predictable. This was the biggest liquidation in crypto history. Remember, bigger than Luna, bigger than FTX, bigger than COVID. You lived through history. Let that sink in. Because years from now, when people talk about the great liquidation of 2025, you'll be able to say, yeah, I was there. How can I forget that? I lost $1,000. I lost 2,000. I'll never forget that. This was my biggest loss in my career, honestly. I'm very risk approach when I do my trades, and this was the biggest loss that I've ever encountered, okay? So 20 years from now, like I said, AIs will study this day and say, do you guys recall in 2025, humans executed one of the most targeted liquidations in crypto history? They'll zoom in the chart and be like, look at this. Look at these little creatures. I wonder what they were going through at that moment, right? They'll laugh at us. We lived through it. We lived through history. It's remarkable, folks. Think about that. We lived through history. Like we witnessed it. Just like World War II, I mean, no one's there to talk about what they would, well, maybe a couple people, but it's like, this is literally war, okay? So if you're still here, if you're still holding, I want you to know something. You're part of history now. And when this market flips, because it will, you'll remember this night, you'll remember the day, not as a loss, but as the moment where everything changed. You'll remember that you stood tall when everybody else fell apart. You'll remember that you didn't let fear win. And remember that this wasn't just another crash. This was a retest before the rise. And when the rise comes, when XRP and the rest of the market starts flying again, you're going to look back at this exact same moment and realize, wow, I can't believe they did that, right? So I want everybody to stay strong. Have your conviction rate should be 1,000,000,000,000% now. And remember, this isn't the end of the game here, okay? This is not the end of the story. This is the part where the story people will talk about forever. I want you guys to understand how important this is. It is absolutely incredible. And these prices that we saw yesterday, I'm still kind of bamboozled, if that's the right word to say, about what happened. I'm truly lost for words. I cannot believe they could do this on such a large scale and they get away with it, you know? It's truly, truly sad. So I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But generational bottoms, I know the individuals that, you know, are looking at these trades and looking to time the market perfectly and trying to get in and set yourself up before this next leg up. You still have time, okay? Don't be gambling and going full portfolio on these things, okay? Remember, start small, test it out, take the profits, increase the position size with the profits that you made, and then it's a snowball effect, okay? Take advantage of the deposit bonuses that they offer for Bitunix, okay? The link is in the description down below. If you deposit $2,000, you get a $400 deposit bonus. If you deposit $1,000, you get a $200 deposit bonus for 2-bit and on Bitunix, okay? So we do have trades open on Bitcoin still on Bitunix. We have our Astro trade open, but right now the markets are looking scary. But it is going to do a big move. So it's going to be very interesting to see what it does here. This is the XRP chart. From what I'm seeing, it might do another dump, but honestly speaking, it's so hard for me to see that happening right now, given what just happened. But it is in an undecisive place. If it does come down lower, get ready for an entry, folks. Some of you guys got in around $1.46 for a long, which is remarkable, which is absolutely remarkable. So I'm keeping my eyes closed here. Not closed, but I'm keeping a very close eye on these markets right now to get in some very, very juicy positions. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But wow, I mean, I'm just gonna end this off now. Like I just don't even know what to say to this. Let me know what you guys think, and don't get upset. Don't get remember, if you guys are holding and you saw your portfolio come down 50% or 30% or 40%, listen, your portfolio was here last year when XRP was at 50 cents. So we've come a long way, and we are still at ground zero. Do not have any kind of negative mindset about this market. Just hold strong, because we know where this is all headed towards. Okay, these kind of moves in crypto gets the individuals scared. Like the new retail investors that are getting in, when they see something like this, they're like, oh my goodness, how can I get into an asset class that loses 70% in one day? Right? This is all a psychological game here. I want you guys to really, really train your brain here in the psychological perspective of holding these digital assets. I've been in this game long enough to know, and I'm sure many of you guys know, this is basic stuff here, that just hold. If you're holding the right assets that are going to solve real problems in this new world economy, then you got nothing to worry about, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your head up high, keep smiling, keep accumulating, because the best is yet to come. And we'll be back with another video.
But I think the idea of buying and holding forever and not trying to make adjustments requires that you've gotten it right in the first place. That you can only hold tight if you've bought right, if you will. And that is to say, have an asset allocation that has something to do with how many years you have to accumulate money, how much resources you have at stake, how much income you need, and how much courage you have to ride out the peregrinations of the market.
Well, I woke up this morning, check my bags on the chain. XRPL still humming while the FUD folks complain. Ripple fighting Goliath, yeah, the SSA's game. But Johnny D and Hogan, they're bringing the flame. So we salute to the rebels in suits, to the coders and hodlers wearing dusty old boots. Raise a toast to the ledger and the lawyers who bite, while taco stand dumps through the middle of the night. Damn, Jed, can you chill? Brad G's on the mic saying clarity now, while Shorts calls the stars with the hologram cow watch. The haters keep chirping, but the people ain't blind. This ain't some mean dream, it's the internet spine. Regulators stalling, but the clock's ticking fast. Ripple drops the case like a baseline blast. Communities united, from Twitter to the street. We meme through the madness and never admit defeat. Yeah, we salute to the devs and the geeks, to the ledger that clears in seconds, not weeks. To D, to Hogan, to Legal Delight, and the salty old taco that just loves to spite. Hey Jed, you done yet? Or you got another dump scheduled for lunch? So here's to the warriors, the freaks, and the fans, waving salute tokens like battle flags in hand. It ain't just about coins, it's a movement, a pact. We defend what we build, and we're taking it back. Come on, salute to the ones in the fight, to the token that laughs in regulatory spite, to Schwartz, Brad, and the ones still believing, even while taco stands always leaving. So strong, one for Ripple, one for XRP, and raise your guitar for decentralized dreams. This song's for the ledger, the truth and the proof. With a smile and a nod, we say salute.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.